relationship we're talking about, right? It could be just casual, but now we're moving to I don't know how to put it, but will I say romantic relationship of a thing?
Okay.
Yeah, so we're a little bit shifting, but we are not shifting totally, but we are a little bit shifting from that general relationship, friends whatsoever. But now, so we are moving to that. Okay, what stage of a relationship should it define its purpose, or should a girlfriend and boyfriend define the purpose of the relationship?
Okay. So, to be specific, now you made this specific, but
Yeah,
about romantic relationships,
yeah,
between a
girl
man
and a
and a
woman.
woman, or a boy and a girl.
Yeah,
So, um, for persons who are purpose driven,
yeah.
you should define your kind of relationship before you even get started already, or even before you meet the person you are hoping to get into a relationship with. You should have your own kind of purpose, what you intend to achieve as a
In that
person.
relationship.
You understand?
Okay.
So for somebody who is purpose driven,
Mm.
the time at which you should have your relationship or your purpose is before you meet that person.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
So once you have that on the table,
okay.
then any person who you come across, it will be very easy for you to know if that person is your type or not
Okay.
your type. Do you understand?
Yeah, now I'm understanding you now.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Because I was wondering, okay, if I'm not in a relationship, but I have a purpose already,
yes,
already,
you have a
and
plan.
I have a plan.
The rubber state is one of the 20 northern states that have keyed into the federal government's World Bank funded Agroclimatic Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscapes program, ACRISOL, a multifaceted, multi-institutional program which aims at a holistic approach to combating desertification and restoration of degraded lands. ACRISOL is also taking up the management of watersheds, rejuvenation.
All right. So you were talking about the reasons why people could fake love and affection towards their partners.
Yes, people fake love, people fake affection these
Yeah.
days. And you know, when we're talking about love, love means a lot of things to a lot of people.
Yeah.
The love we have in this our present day and time is not the kind of love, it's not the exact kind of love that our parents back then did. And all of that change is due
Mm.
to hidden agendas behind why people love, why
Mm.
people fall for the opposite sex.
So,
So I would say for me there are two major reasons
mm.
why people fake love and affection.
Okay.
One major reason, and this reason is basically for the male agendas,
Okay.
the male genders.
Yeah.
They fake love and affection because they just want to get the body of the woman they are dating.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
What
evil.
what their eyes have seen.
Mm.
They just want to test it and get into it. And once that is done,
That's all.
any other thing you see is just you
Baba
understand.
Blue.
So, but for the female for the females, I would say one reason why a female will fake love
Yeah.
is basically because of her material needs.
Mm.
Yes, material needs. She needs money for this. She needs money for that. So sometimes when she's in a relationship with someone who has the capacity to meet her needs,
Mm.
she tends to fake love. So that person gets to get into her,
Mm.
fall for her, and you know once
Mm.
somebody is into you, there's nothing that that person
Cannot do.
cannot do for you. So people fake love just so that they can draw you in, and then their hidden agenda begins to pour in gradually, gradually, gradually. And once they are satisfied, whatever you see,
Like you
that's
said,
that
that's your cup of tea.
that's when heartbreak comes in.
They will serve you breakfast.
So that's it.
But actually, that's kind of
Mm.
headache for someone to stay with someone that you do not actually love the person simply because you need something from that person. Okay, so why would I just hi, please can you help me? Can you well because we're
Now,
looking
so
at
many
it. This
people
is
don't.
this is a
Yes,
long term budget.
yes,
Or
yes.
how will I
So
put it?
that one time may not solve that problem.
Yeah.
So
So
you need to keep that person
so I will be
always.
telling you I love you, I will be looking at your pocket.
Uh-huh.
If is the money still there or it's
Uh-huh.
actually going down. If
Uh-huh.
it's going down, I
Then
have
you start
to
giving space.
start shifting it. And now that's where women now fall into trouble.
Yes.
Yes, women fall into trouble. My gender, we love money. Oh God, we love material things. We want to have iPhones. I want to have a very long hair that will be touching my back.
Yeah.
I want to. Ngozi have iPhone, so why would I have iPhone? Yeah, so I just have to get one. They call them mugu.
So the men are the movie.
No, they have big fish. My hook have got. Yes, and then that now will lead to all these rituals whatsoever.
Yeah.
A girl will just go out, she wants to go and see a guy, you don't even know the
Don't know
person.
his source of income.
Yeah,
You don't know what
because
they're into.
I need that money, I need to slay. A slap thing. I need to slay. You don't know that your life is actually online.
Sure.
And then you go, we will see you again. Right now, we just see it on the television that one guy have
Justice for
killed
Amaka. Or justice for
Inkiru. I think don't think so. If your name is Inkiru. So that's actually very painful. If you want to love someone genuinely instead of going deep into their pocket. In fact, you have become a prophet that sees vision, that sees the future. You go deep inside the person's pocket while you're still standing there.
so such things happen because sometimes the person you truly love may not really have
The
the
money.
resources.
Wahala.
Why the person that is not even your spec has the material
Money and
resource, has the
everything that you
money.
need.
So reasons why people fake love.
But why is it like that?
Because life is not fair.
It's not balanced.
So you just have to go for the one that is closest to your reach.
Desire. And then, oh, someone said that it's
Yes.
better to it's better to be crying inside AC than crying.
Inside a Lambo.
How did they put the thing? I was like, what?
And crying in a keke.
Alright, actually, they're actually giving me money with right hand or left hand, and then
Yeah.
they're flocking me with the
So,
other hand.
so that's the risk behind
That's headache.
that kind of love.
That's headache. I wouldn't do that actually. Then if I love you, I love you. If I don't love you, I'll tell you, oh, I don't love you. But if you want to be stubborn, like you know me, and they say, you have to persist. I know them, man. Try again. Man, if you come back to try again with me, man, you are in soup. Yeah, that's where I will start telling you. I'll start billing you because I told you no,
Yes,
and then you still came back.
money, so let's give him
If you bill him, he will run away. All right. So what are the most important signs for one to look out for in a partner to determine if they are being sincere or playing you just to play you or play you and don't do later?
Yes. Now, very when it comes to relationship, signs
Mm.
are very tricky. You have to be very smart
And
and
sensitive.
very sensitive for you to be able to know when someone is serious, when someone is not serious with you.
Hey,
Yes.
finish first. I will tell you what happened to me. Oh, God.
So, for you to know if someone is really serious with you,
Yeah.
you have to pay attention to the kind of conversation that person usually have when that person is with you. What kind of tent
With
of that person, if you are smart enough.
Doesn't mean I was not smart.
Maybe you are not paying attention to the
Really?
details because in every action, in every activity, there are details hidden behind actions. There are details hidden behind activity. So if you are smart enough and you know that okay, my agenda right now is to pay attention to know if this person is actually serious or not.
Yeah.
That to make it to sharpen your eyes
Yeah.
to the kind of words, the kind of things the person say to you,
Mm.
the kinds of activities the person want to have with you, and not only that, but the way the person relates with you, how is it different from the way the person relates with
Others.
another person? That's another way also to know if someone is actually serious with you or not.
Okay. Before you go for that,
Yes.
now how can you detect this one now? Okay, before I got married, my ex, right? He took me to see his mom,
Okay.
right? I can go to their house anytime, any moment.
Okay.
But this is the problem now. When I call this guy, he doesn't pick my call.
Immediately.
No, in fact, he doesn't. We don't do like he doesn't pick my call at all
Okay.
until he when he wants to. Let me put it this way now, because before I feel he was busy. When he's free, then he will call me. But now I feel is when he wants to call. That's when he will call me, and that's probably if he wants to see me. That's when he will call me. And then the only thing we'll do is we chat more on WhatsApp and usually in the night. Okay, so I've confronted him. I was like, okay, so why don't you like picking my calls? Or he's like, and when you called, I was like this, I was like this, I was like that, I was like this. I was like, okay. And then they say love is blind. Oh, and now this your gender. Wait. Usually they say our gender comes from money, for material things, but let me shock you. This your gender.
Yes.
I just thank God that I was not buoyant, I was not the Hajia madam.
Okay.
If not, this guy would have run me down like battery.
That's the over smart guys, the guys that want to chop two sides of relationship.
This is how I say I should recharge his line. Now this was asked for recharge card that day.
So if you are trying to call person you're in a relationship with and the person is not picking his calls. I think by the time you try that once, twice, the next thing you should do is to know the activities of that person during the day. Know the kind of work he does.
I do.
Is it the kind of work that
He
require him to be very busy that he can't pick a 2 or 3 minutes call? So
no, I was blind.
that's a clear flag for you to know.
I was blind.
That's a
This
clear
person,
flag to
okay,
know that.
he's self-employed. He
Okay.
works at home, right? He works at home. He have all these hybrid dogs.
The fact that he works at home,
Man,
that alone should even make you be in his face all the time.
yes. If I were trying to complain, he said, "Oh, you're too possessive. You're obsessed with me."
So when somebody is doing that kind of thing, you know that you're not the only one. Know that there are others. So he's
Oh man.
allocating time to the others. So you don't get to interfere
When
in
he's
the
giving the
others. So
time.
that's why you won't pick your call.
And equally, I noticed equally when we're together, he don't usually pick calls.
So that's it now. When you're with someone that's in a relationship with and his
Wow.
phone is on silent, on flight
Flight
mode,
mode.
you know that there's, and it's not as if he's one business person that
Yeah, that goes
company.
on.
You know that
That's a red flag.
That's a clear flag, a very clear one, like the most commonest flag you can find. So if you don't get to find out quickly, that means your whole law is black, is very, very black.
That. And then things that was extorting from me, then he reached me. Or if I'm going to the house, like, can you buy drinks for me? If you come, I'll pay you. Or I'll pay you then. That's how they will pay you.
That one wants to eat you both sides.
I was like, okay. I get to find out later, it became as if actually like obsession, true. And then I had to work on myself.
The guy was even smart enough to even taking you to his parents. He was trying to build trust in that aspect of
Really?
you going to his church. Just to make you feel that he's
That's
serious
not
with you.
now.
So because of his agenda now, his agenda is to eat you both sides. You understand? So for him to make you settle down for him, his first
Oh.
agenda is to take you to his parents so you can know that this one is very serious with me. So let me just open up to him. You get
I was okay. Now I see. Now I
Yes.
see. I was actually supposed to travel out of Nigeria,
okay.
and then I did the runnings and everything. He knows about everything, and then
Ah,
he was like, "Wow, this one
maybe
can
that was
take care
what he
of
was eyeing. So you want to eat
I
your
was,
transport
I was,
money.
I was saying it once more.
You want to eat your transport
I
money.
was a student. Though. I was a student. I was just nominated to go for something.
Okay.
Maybe I did. This guy feel I have the money. Like, oh, if this guy started gisting with me, like, and everything is clear. You say, I don't care how accomplish. But that's actually bad. To make someone, man, that guy. Anyway, you cannot break my heart. My heart is
That's what we
unbreakable.
learned from that.
And wise up. Since that time. Alright, so I think their hidden agendas will actually make someone to lie to you. I love
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I want you.
You have to be smart enough to unveil those hidden agendas.
Yeah.
You are very smart, you will get to know them early enough before you get into something serious with
Mm.
that person.
Okay. All right. So we move to this one now. How do you see relationship? How do you see relationship? You. How do you see relationship? Is it supposed to be something of between man and woman? Is it supposed to be something of 50, 100, or 100, 100? Now we are moving to emotions and provisions and time. Let's put it like that.
Well, like I define relationship from the beginning,
Yeah.
we're coming together of two persons
Mm-hmm.
with a common goal.
Okay.
Now, if both of you are to achieve that particular goal,
Common goal. Okay.
there has to be bringing from one side.
It has to be 50-50.
It has to be 50-50 to make it a whole 100. And if what you want is 100, actually 100. Do you understand?
I'm hearing
Some
you.
people don't want 100. Some people want 70. Some people want 60. But if the kind of relationship you want is a wholesome relationship, a healthy relationship, both of you have to, first of all, have conversations, serious conversations.
Okay.
Because that's one thing that will make some relationships fail because at the start they did not have time to have some healthy conversations as to what they want to achieve
Okay.
in that particular relationship.
Okay.
Now, if a man and a woman are coming together in a relationship for the purpose of marriage, now there are conversations that they must have.
Okay. Please wait first. Okay, you're going to divide this thing. This how will I put it? You're going to diversize this your
Okay,
this thing.
break it into.
Break it now. This number one now.
Mm.
Let's talk about the attention and affection and love.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, is this supposed to come
That should come from both sides.
50-50? Okay. Do you have anything to say about this
Yes, I do.
feelings?
I
and
do. I do.
whatsoever?
I
Okay.
do. When it
Talk
comes
about it, then we'll now move to when I say provision,
yes,
then we'll now move to
Move to the
provision,
material
material aspect
aspect
of the
this.
relationship.
Okay. So now focusing on the emotional aspect of the relationship,
Yeah.
where we have love, affection, and all of that. It has to be both sides. And it has to be balanced.
Okay.
It has to be balanced.
Let's ask a
Because
question.
if it is not balanced, if the weight is on one party
Okay.
or it's more on one party than the other,
Okay.
definitely that person who is carrying more of the
The weight.
responsibilities will begin to get
Push
weight
down,
and
okay.
before you know complain and nagging will begin to come up. So if both of you are in that particular relationship and you want that relationship to work, your emotions have to be coming strongly from both sides.
Okay.
Yes, your love, your emotions, your conversations have to be coming from both sides. It has to be
Okay.
balanced.
But I am meant to understand that actually in Africa way, a woman is meant to respect a husband or a man, and then a man is meant to love and protect the woman. So how am I supposed to be respecting and giving you love again? Like ego give you know.
Now the problem is in the definition of submission
Okay.
and love.
Okay.
Yes. So when you say a woman should submit to a man, what is submission?
I don't know.
So
Please tell us.
submission could mean a lot of things to a lot of people.
Okay.
To some people, submission means to be lying down for you and be doing
Bringing
all
food,
your,
washing your leg.
that's what
Mhm.
submission means for some person. But if you ask me, or if I should tell you my own kind of definition of submission,
Please
I
tell
would
me.
tell you that submission is beyond the normal respect.
Okay.
Submission is you yielding to me. When I say yield,
Mm.
that yielding can come in various ways. It's not just helping me do one or two things, but also when it comes to conversation, how do you respond to my conversation? How do you respond to my questions? How do you respond to my request as the woman?
Okay.
Do you understand?
Mhm.
So there are details in all those characteristics.
Okay.
Your manner of approach, the way you talk with that person,
Okay.
even when you are angry, how do you react to your anger?
Okay.
Do you understand? Because definitely your spouse will want to piss you off.
Of course.
It will definitely happen.
Yes.
So how you react to it will tell if you are actually submissive or
Submissive or
not.
not.
And then for the man too, the love will also mean submission too. In another way, in my own way, in my own definition.
Yeah.
When they say a man loves a woman, I'm talking about people who are already in a relationship called marriage right now.
Yeah.
That love is a very broad word.
Yeah.
In that love, there is submission inside.
Okay.
Yes. So really loving a woman is not just meeting her needs, having a body. No. I should also listen to her. I should also listen to her emotional needs. I should also listen to what she's trying to say, even if I may not always consent as the man, because of course the woman is supposed to follow the man. So, but sometimes the woman can have better ideas.
The woman will carry us put inside for that.
It's the responsibility of the least listen, even if you may not follow, but
Okay.
listen.
Okay.
Because listening goes a long way to some other. Because there are some people that they don't want to even listen to you at all.
Oh, you're
So
your
you don't understand. So at least do the honors of listening to what that person has to say.
Yeah.
Understand what that person is saying, and then assimilate it, and then know if you are going to go with that particular option or
no.
not. And if you are not going with that option, try as much as possible to make that person understand. You know the reason why you think that as her option is not the best option. You understand? So
Yeah.
the love and the respect for me
Mm.
is they are
Yeah.
broad words and they are into each other.
Okay.
In submission there is love. In love there is submission.
Submission.
So
Okay.
that's just it.
Okay, that means if I do not love you, I will not be submissive to you. If I'm submissive to you, then it means I love you. All right, so let's now move to the material.
The financial aspect of
this is very important to me.
very, very important. Very, very important. And this is where we have our African women talk more because the typical African woman sees the man as the one who should do the provision 100%.
He's the provider.
Yes, of course, that is what that's how it's supposed to be.
Did you say support or support?
That's how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Because
okay, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, because the man is the head, and because you are the head,
so you should be the provider.
Should flow down.
Okay.
It should flow down, but there are some exceptions because the man might not always be at his peak when it comes to finance. There are days where the man may not actually have enough, and if the woman is also the working type, and she also has her money, she should be able to cover up for those little times that the man is down, and then when the man comes up, he should go back to his full responsibility. So I will not say it should be 100% all through. Yes, it should be 100% all through, but there are times where the woman may need to support at some little instances just to balance. That's for a woman who is virtuous, a woman who really wants her home to work. Because there are some women that will say, my money is my money, your money is our money, but my own is for myself. Even when the man is down and they don't want to assist the home because they think that if they do that, the man is going to slack and he will not want to meet up with his responsibilities anymore. Because of course, some men do that. Some irresponsible men do that. And they discover that the woman is buoyant and she is breaking. Just tend to relax and just enjoy her money and enjoy it. Those men are irresponsible. Irresponsible. And responsible and know that yes, my organ is one bringing, but there are times when I don't cheat don't cover up. That will make up a very beautiful marriage or a very beautiful relationship. Okay, so now okay, let me catch you here. Okay. So now what will you tag this particular set of men that you're working, you're bringing you're working, probably you're earning 100, I'm earning 100, and then you now said we should divide the responsibility. Oh, you bring 50, I bring 50. How did you tackle those ones? You bring 50, I bring 50. Now, first of all, we have to look at the needs of God. Okay. Does his 100 meet? Can his 100 meet the entire need of the house? That's the first question we ask. Yes. Okay. His 100 can meet all the needs. Yes. Now, if his needs don't change, or his don't change, okay, fine. If the 100 can actually meet all the needs in the house, then I think what they should do by me, both of them should come, okay, yeah, I'm earning 100, and of course I'm taking care of the house, and they're also earning. Don't you think we should have something like a joint account? No. Let me land. I mean, the reason why I brought that up, yeah. Now you said my 100 yeah, with some change. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. With some change. Yeah. While 100 is all for ourselves. You understand? For taking care of myself. Yes. Now, I think that there are days where some needs will come up where his 100 cannot meet up. Or both of you are planning for a future task or a future something.
Okay. Now that one is understandable.
You can start saving for something
in the
in
future.
the future. So at that point, you can say, okay, can you bring maybe 20% of your income every month while I bring 20% to let's start saving for rainy days.
For that purpose, yeah.
For that particular purpose.
Yeah.
That
one is understandable.
Yes.
Yeah.
But for a man whose income can meet the entire needs of the house, and then you see as one, well, for me, I would say it's just because the man is trying to make it your own money, so he wants your own money to also get involved, and that's another form of irresponsibility. Because as a man, you should know that your responsibility is to meet the needs of the house, both the wife, and if there are kids, they are all your responsibility. So a responsible man will remove his eyes from his woman's money. Okay. As a matter of fact, you should even think of how to even add to her own money. But if both of you are smart enough to save for something future, you have that conversation, and then both of you can start having a joint account to save for a particular purpose that will help both of you have a better life in future. So yes, that's my take on that particular aspect. So did you catch me? You said you wanted to catch me.
Okay, no, no, I didn't catch you, bro.
Okay.
But this joint account of a thing,
Yes.
But you husband and wife.
Yes.
How healthy is that?
It's very, 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 very healthy. That is for people who are married, though.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, now let me give you instance, right? Probably, okay, now you bring 20, I bring 20, and then we buy a very beautiful set of chair,
Or
right?
you buy land.
Anything, land, anything, and then okay, yeah, land, and then we now bring money together again and buy car or something, and then there are some moments that things will not work out the way you were expecting. Love can finish you.
Yes.
Yeah. So
That your love
you feel like what am I doing with this
at
person?
that point, it's the activities that is going on between you that will keep you. Because love will always run out. Now, if both of you are not friends, that is when you now want to back out because you are no longer. But if both of you are friends, even when the love is not there because you are fond of each other, the activities that both of you do are always having to keep you see the love. So that's
And then the person decides to sell the woman, knowing that okay, not that the woman wants to go,
okay.
but because okay, probably these people do not do this hot wedding or what they call it, match wedding or whatsoever. And you cannot go to court that you want the half of the whatsoever because you don't have anything like that. Because
So they are
but now
traditional couple. They are traditional couple.
let's leave it like that traditional couple or white couple. You've given your all in all into this relationship, into this marriage. And then one day, when they push, they go, when they manage, they go, but the husband say, no, pack your things, I will go. Not be saying that the woman say she won't pack her things, go. That the husband will say, pack your things and go. But okay, you're a man, so how do you want your gender to handle this kind of thing? This thing that you're talking about, joint account, no?
Well,
Joint account, if there won't be a ATM card.
of course, if you are saving, if you are saying it's going to be a fixed deposit kind of something where you don't get to withdraw at will,
Until
and both of you are
there.
entry to it. And
Okay,
you have
now
to
the home. What about the land, the car, the things we bought in the house?
So, in which name did you buy it?
Okay, in which name? You buy it probably the husband that went. It's the
Because
husband that went to buy the things,
now,
and then he bought it in his name. So what will you do?
if it's the kind of relationship where court is not involved, well, it's got to be a loss
The woman.
to the woman because at that point, it's going to fight for you.
So these people.
There's nobody's going to fight for you. But if you are smart enough to, at those points where you are buying properties together with your both of your monies and buying the properties together, if you are a smart woman,
You should carry both names.
yes, you should carry both names. So even if you didn't do court wedding,
Yeah.
and the man is pushing you away, you have a copy of your own receipts. You can take that to someone who that person holds to high esteem. See, this man said he doesn't want to do anymore. Okay, the properties is not his own property alone. Let's share it. You understand? That's if you don't want to involve court. And of course, there are persons who demand hold in high esteem. You can take it up to those persons.
Yeah.
Then they find a way. They can't resolve the relationship. Then there has to be a court separation.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. If you're just joining us, this is Throwback Thursday with Rachel Lance. And stay tuned. We'll be back after the short break. Don't go anywhere.
Taraba State is one of the 20 northern states that have keyed into the federal government's World Bank funded Agroclimatic Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscapes program, ACRISOL, a multifaceted, multi-institutional program which aims at a holistic approach to combating desertification and restoration of degraded lands. ACRISOL is also taking up the
All right,
management.
welcome back. This is Throwback Thursday with Rachel Lance. This is Weekend with Rachel Lance. All right, we're talking about relationship with purpose, and of course, this is Mr. Barnabas, and we've gone far. If you are just joining, just stay with me. All right, so moving to this funny question. Very funny, very funny question because men are seen as dark connectors. I wonder why they say, okay, we are connecting, and then they will now ask you this question that, what can you offer? What can you bring to the table? Can you imagine?
Okay.
No, yeah, it's actually funny for a man. Okay, probably a husband to ask his wife, what can you bring to the table, or what have you bring to the table?
Well, if the man is asking that question, the first thing you should know that this man is a serious person and he wants to build something.
He's a serious person, and then the wife is not serious.
No. Understand me. For a man to walk up to you and then ask for wants to be in a relationship with you, and then both of you get started, agree, and both of you get started, and then along the way he begins to ask what you are going to bring to the table, right?
Okay.
Now,
No, this is actually calm.
okay.
Yeah, you ask this question in a calm way.
Okay.
Yeah, this is probably okay. I'll meet you. I want to make my hair,
Okay.
and then
Both of you are in a relationship already.
if I was one on one, let's put
Okay.
it this way. Let's forget relationship of boyfriend and girlfriend. Now let's make it husband and wife. You have with kids,
Okay.
right? And so I meet you. I want to make my hair, and then you're like, I've been doing this. I've been doing this. I've been doing this. What have you been bringing to the table?
Now that's for that stage. I would say that I need more time to ask that one. Yeah, it was a time.
That you should have asked that question. But is it most for a man to ask a woman? What will you bring to the table?
Now, when the problem we are having is when that question comes up, there's one thing that always comes to the mind of the woman. She sees the man as asking how much money is she going to bring.
What
That's
do you
what
think the man
that's
is
what comes
thinking?
in the mind of
The woman.
So, but it may not basically mean money.
So what do you think he means?
Now, for a man to ask you what if it's for a purpose-driven man,
Yeah.
and he's asking that question at the right time, because there's a time for that
Question. Yeah.
and he's asking that question at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
You should know that what this man is asking me for is not just material provision. He's asking for my intelligence.
Okay.
That's the number one thing. The number one thing in the mind of him, I'm looking at the man asking that question now. No?
Okay.
If I'm asking a woman that particular question at the right time, what I'm asking that woman for is her intelligence, her ability to be able to adjust to issues, to be able to respond, and then contribute mentally. Okay, do you understand? Okay, mentally, and then will she be able to take care of the home?
Okay.
You understand? All these things are things you bring to the table.
Thank you. Now that's coming from you.
Yes.
From you are the one asking that question.
Yes.
That's what's in your mind.
Yes.
Okay. But just as you said, it is wrong for a man who is married already.
You're asking that
his
question
wife
at the wrong time.
Asking at the wrong time. Yeah, if I am that woman, my response is okay. I've been children, I've been sweeping, I've been washing your
She will
clothes.
feel unappreciated.
Of course.
Both of you have been together.
That question has never been directed to me, but most times when I hear someone asking a woman that question, in fact, I feel bad on behalf of a woman.
Before both of you get to that point of marriage,
Yeah.
you should have cleared that question.
Before now,
Yes.
before now, the woman have been probably 6 to 10 children, and they asking her, how can you bring to the table? You should wake up and make fire, cook your food.
Sometimes it's possible that they might have had that agreement, but deep down into the marriage, it's possible that the woman is now slacking at some other responsibility. It may not be
Some responsibility.
yes.
Like, because I would like to ask you
but asking her that question is the wrong question. It's not what you should have asked.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because outrightly telling somebody what are you bringing to the table means that person has not brought that person has not brought anything to the table yet. That's what it means.
Man, I'll pack my children come and lie them on the table.
So it may not necessarily mean that person has not brought anything, but maybe that person is lacking his slack at some other. You should really rephrase the question. Okay, yeah, how far now? I mean, there are some. Yes. So is there a problem? Is there a deficiency? Is there a way I can come in to help to make sure that you can have that your listening back?
In fact, this small soft words.
Yes.
Now our mumu be that.
Words. This thing you just said now. Words.
I'm
Can
telling
make
you.
or mar any relationship.
Of course.
The way you speak the word, the manner of approach, your content. You see this tongue. It has the ability to finish the entire body. That's how it is with the institution called marriage.
Yeah.
That tongue alone. If you don't know how to use it wisely,
You
can
just
crumble
destroy
everything.
Yeah. So please, people should be talking to us in a very soft and loving manner. Yes, so men have somebody wash them. You see that way that used to speak, drink water, and then you are asking me, because you are the one drinking the food stuff. No, the food stuff you cook himself. You may be at home, you cannot be doing nothing. That's what you can bring to the table as a man. So please, you should stop asking us this question. It's very, very. I wanted to say disrespectful. All right. So why do you think some women lost respect for their men? Probably at the word go, there was respect, there was love, and everything, and then at long run, the woman just decided to say, "Come here, I will tell you, I will not come." Mm-hmm. What could cause that?
A lot of things can come into play. Sometimes. Now, you said it has been there before.
Yeah.
The love and respect was there.
Yeah.
But deep into married or into the
Good
relationship,
relationship.
it used to fade out, and
Yeah.
then disrespect and all that.
Closing.
A lot of things can cause that. Now, you have to look at the other party. If that party portraying a new kind of character that is warranting that disrespect,
Okay.
you understand? Sometimes you can be in a relationship with a woman, and because you think you already have her, she's already your boss, you know, your budget,
So you can treat
you
her
can
anyhow.
now start looking around on that person. And one party was probably to find out that your eye is no longer on her fully, you need to look out and trigger disrespect to some extent. Another thing that can trigger disrespect is familiarity.
Oh, spiritual family.
Familiarity.
See
In Africa, we call it safety net. So you are so used to this person that there's nothing special about this person again that you don't know. So at that point, you get to look down on that person and begin to the things you, the way you treat your younger brother,
That's
you now
like
start
that
treating
person.
that person. So that those are small things. So you have to be conscious as a woman to make sure that you don't. Yes, you have seen this person, but you have to always make sure you put him at that level of where he knows the king, where he belongs. You know him in and out. Okay. Now that's where maturity comes in for a woman. A woman who is not mature will not be able to do all of that. After you've seen everything about the man, you know his in and out. You know what you can do, you know what you cannot do. Now, for a woman who is not matured, you won't respect him anymore because she knows everything.
Yeah.
But someone who is very, very conscious of building a peaceful or a peaceful relationship, you know that yes, I know everything about this man, but he's still my king.
Okay.
So you give him that kingly honor.
Okay. So, what if it happens that the husband is actually treating the woman?
Wrong.
No, 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 no. Okay. Like rightly,
Okay.
giving her all that she needs, the time she wants, emotion, loves, and whatsoever. And then the woman just suddenly decide not to just respect you. I've asked someone this question, and then the response the man is, and the man gave me was, she's seeing another person outside.
There's that possibility.
And then there is still possibility that she's not seeing another person outside.
That's when she's not matured enough.
And then there is this still possibility that probably that person is frustrated.
So
Yeah.
why are you frustrated? Why are you what is let's get to the root cause of your frustration and your tiredness.
Okay.
So you have conversation with your man.
Okay.
I am frustrated about it might not be about the relationship, it might be about something else. Maybe your extended family, maybe something is going on in your family back home and it's frustrating you. Communicate with your spouse. There are a lot of women or men whom they are having issues back home. Maybe their parents or siblings are having some issues and it's draining them. But because they don't want their spouse to know the downsides of their family, they don't want to communicate. So rather just keep silent and be dying in silence and becoming frustrated and transferring the aggression on the spouse. So communication. Communicate. If you are in a relationship with somebody, be free enough to tell that person anything. Some people are scared of opening up because they feel that person might use it against them in the future.
Yeah, actually, they said that don't tell your spouse your extended family
Yes.
problems.
So that's very
Or actually, it's weighing you down and then it's affecting your
it will affect your
relationship.
relationship.
And
But if
then
it's affecting you, it will affect me as in the relationship.
you say everything will go their way.
So if something outside is affecting you, definitely affect me because we are together in the house. So if you don't want it to affect you, you open up and then we'll have a conversation about it. You have a conversation about it and then you can find a solution to it. You'll find it. Yes.
Yeah, we talked about this respect already in this one episode. But I really want to know is respect in relationships supposed to be one sided or both sided? You talked about it already. Yeah. I want to understand. So let's say if I respect a woman and another woman, I And that matter.
What is it actually happens? That's the question.
Yeah.
And we have to respect what we believe. You understand?
Yeah.
So if to some persons respect will mean uh, maybe I cannot greet the woman. The woman has to be the one to greet me because I don't wake up in the morning.
Mm.
So for the man to maybe the woman has been greeting and maybe today maybe she's carried away or something comes and maybe she has not
She'll not
greeted
greet
you
you.
and then you as a man you feel if you now
I will
greet
not
her.
greet her. You not pick offense.
No.
Or probably having issue or you're fighting with someone and then your wife comes out and say, like, please don't fight this person. Can you stop? Let's go back inside. And then you feel like, no, why would I follow a woman inside you?
Because
I'm
she,
I'm a man.
that's the reason why she's there. She's there to tell you because there are times where you have to manage out of the boundary or out of anger.
Yeah.
And you just not people our purpose is to help you with take you down. So if you are a man, you cannot accept that from you. So you need to work on your pride, work on your
Yeah.
they should help you, but when you're talking about it, it's not just about actions. But help you also
All
correct some
areas.
of your excesses and excess and you need to help take you down, bring it to you whereby you are not harmful to them, you are not harmful to yourself, you are not harmful to others outside the relationship.
Okay.
Yes.
Second to the last. So what are your recommendations, guidelines, and goals for goal-driven relationship? Let's say, okay, people.
Okay. Number one, know yourself.
Okay.
Know what you want, whether the man or the woman. You should know what you want for yourself. Once you define your own self-driven purpose, it will be easy for you to know the kind of spouse that will fit into your purpose. So yes, it can happen both on the side of the man and on the side of the woman. And then once you know that and you now see someone who you think can match what you want to do in a relationship, you are now you found someone. The next thing you should do is to don't know that person very well. Don't get in a hurry. Don't get too excited. Once you are person with a relationship, yeah, it is you know find your way to details that are more important before the other excesses. You understand?
Yeah.
Because if you don't get that kind of important aspect of the relationship, you will happen to it at the wrong time.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the one.
I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
So ask the right person and be you have to meet, go out, so other forms, use those mediums to know the values of that person, know the values, know what is stand for. Religion also another key factor. Know what that person stands for, know what is driving that person, know the person's beliefs. You understand me? So you have to find this. Then when you are now sure that yes, this person, you have to recognize yourself.
She's not doing here. I won't put at the right time for book. Alright, alright, so my last tip for you all out there is please don't love someone simply because of material things. Really love genuinely and you enjoy it, you will be happy. Rather than giving yourself that you everything because yeah, upfront, you're trying to okay, before tomorrow I'll meet this person, I have to see one I have to really from that.
Taraba State is one of the 20 northern states that have keyed into the federal government's